Hemophobia by Boye 6 Rice. Meaning of hemophobia. Hemophobia is basically the fear of blood or injuries. Key facts and statistics. Hemophobia effects are about 3 to 4%, which starts around childhood and more common in females. Some pictures. Cause of hemophobia. It's usually from traumatic events that involves blood or learning from others. People could also get this fear by going to the doctor when they're taking out some blood from the body. Treatments to hemophobia. The treatments to hemophobia are usually by doing therapy. Connections I have with hemophobia. So basically, every time I see blood, which is not just, it's probably someone in this classroom that also doesn't like blood. It's thick and it just freaks me out. Like my legs go numb a little bit. So yeah. Any questions?
Okay, so you said that, is there any other symptoms of it besides legs going numb?
Not for me.
Okay.
Anyone else? Samara?
So like you said in the connections, like your legs feel numb. Like, does it get any worse, like, beside your legs?
No. Anything else? Adriana?
So, there's this one question. So, okay. So, how did you get this phobia then?
So, I got this phobia. I don't know, to be honest. Zaid,
What is the signs for hemophobia?
the signs of hemophobia, not hemophobia. The signs for hemophobia is like when you get disgusted by blood or injuries. And yeah, Alia?
Do you have another personal story?
Got it? Okay. Oh, Toya?
So what could be, did you already list the treatments?
What did you say?
The treatments.
The treatments? Treatments are going to therapy. I don't go to therapy though.
Okay.
Okay, it's Mohammed.
How long have you been since you had this phobia?
How long have I had this?
Yeah.
I want to say since I was 7 or something. It's gotten better though. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is my project about acrophobia. Ours by Arsberg. Definition of acrophobia. The definition of acrophobia is when you have a fear of heights. The key facts about acrophobia is that acrophobia is a common phobia that people may have, and people can get it by when they had a trauma in the past that they occurred. Statistics. Acrophobia has a lifetime prevalence about 3 to 6.4% according to Kids Health, and lifetime prevalence is the prioritization of population that has experienced it. Pictures of acrophobia. So it's just like a picture and then like how you feel and something. Next. The diagrams of acrophobia. So this is what's going on in your brain, like connections and like what's everything that's happening in your brain when you like feel acrophobia. And this is like what are everything afraid of. And the red is acrophobia, the fear of heights. Treatment for acrophobia. So for acrophobia is often treated with exposure therapy according to Cleveland Clinic. Then, any questions? Or Samara?
Do you get scared in like short heights too? Like just like 6 feet, 7 feet?
Or no, like if you're like, let's say you're on a roller coaster, and that's when you mostly get scared if you're like, Toya.
Right. So basically, I thought there would be like a personal connection to this. What's the personal connection?
So there's no personal connection, but one personal connection I have is that my dad has it.
Okay.
I mean, had it. Dave?
Do you have it?
Oh no.
Why?
Because I don't have it, but my dad has it. Adriana.
So what encouraged you to do this about your dad?
The thing that encouraged me is that my dad used to have it, so so my dad used to have it, so that's why I just did it. What's your point?
How do you know that your dad had it? Like, what happened?
So basically, he told me a story, and whenever we went to like Six Flags, when we were about to go on the roller coaster, he was so scared and he didn't even go. Is that all?
Here's living over here. Here's that, so it's called Phobia. Okay. Next slide. So what is a phobia and what is mine? So what is a phobia? A phobia is, what is a phobia? A phobia is an exaggerated fear of something, and my phobia is called phobia. It's basically the fear of like tunnels, deep ocean, and mainly like anything where it's like dark, deep, and like steep. So some symptoms are like nausea, sweating, heartbeat, like raise of heartbeat, and like extreme anxiety or fear when you're near it or thinking of it. So you can treat this through medication. Some of them are called. These are medications, but they have side effects. And you can also do like therapy, CBT, or sometimes face-to-face therapy. So picture, or it's caused by any accidents, traumas, or any genetics. And this could include like drowning, being anywhere deep, like tunnels or caves. And these are some pictures. Any questions? Nico.
So like, how do you have any personal connection?
Yeah. So, just fair warning, it's kind of like funny, I guess. So when I was around like 4 or 5 years old, I was at a water park and it was like early in the morning. I was still in my pajamas, and then I went to the kiddie pools, and I was like shorter than most of the kiddie pools, and I accidentally fell in the water, and then my dad dived in the water to catch me, and then after that I was like scared to go near water or like deep near. I'll be honest.
What are the signs that you have this trauma? I mean, not trauma, but like this phobia.
So after anywhere when I went, like anywhere like deep or like steep, I would have gotten like scared or like shaking. Shifa.
Do you still have a fear of like phobia? Like, do you still have it?
It's gotten better, but yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Do you know anybody that has this phobia or no?
It was my last one tonight.
But you also said you had a fear of like steep tunnels, like you.
So it was like anything like when you're going in like a deep tunnels or caves. Like they're like scary, I guess, because basically. Okay, last one. Have you ever gone in deep tunnels?
Yeah, so when I was little. In my parents' like hometown, we used to have this. There was this like field, but then it was like steep, and then I used to like get scared even though I was in like a
The definition of thanatophobia is intense irritational fear of death or losing someone you love. The etymology is Thanos means death and phobos means fear, and if you put that together, it's called the fear of death. Key facts about thanatophobia. Thanatophobia is the fear of death or losing someone you love. Can cause anxiety, stress, and panic, and affect daily life. Treatable with CBT and exposure therapy. It can affect people of all ages, not just kids. Statistics. About 5% of people have experienced thanatophobia at some point in their life. About 10% of people have experienced strong fear of or anxiety about that related to death. People with thanatophobia with 20% experience anxiety symptoms. Diagrams. This one shows like the stages of death, like thinking or the calm. You first feel calm about it, but you don't really think about it, and then you start thinking about it, and there's funerals happen, and then this one's like the target, and this one is people with different phobias, and people without the fear of death. Causes. The cause is loss of loved one, traumatic experience involving death, anxiety disorders, or constant worry. Treatments. Cognitive behavioral therapy, which is CBT, to change negative thoughts. Exposure therapy to help you face those fears, and mindfulness and relaxation techniques. How this relates to my life. This relates to my life because I feel like anxious about losing people I love, like my family. Cause like when I was like 7, my mom went to work and my sister was sleeping and I was like alone. It relates to the fear of being alone, and like I didn't, cause she said she was gonna be back home around 10 or something, but she wasn't. So I was like really, really scared, and I thought it was somebody was. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions? Haley.
So, like, how big is your fear of death?
It's gotten like better, but it doesn't really happen a lot anymore. Enjoy.
So like, how'd you get it? How did you get it?
I don't really know. It just happens. Like, you know that like feeling, like you're like it just feels scared about something. Shifa.
Have you always had this fear?
I think it started like when I was 5, but when I really experienced it is when I was 7. So my
Was there like one point where like you got super scared and like it was like the worst you've ever had?
yeah.
Okay.
You want me to tell you that?
Yeah.
Like this happened last week because my sister wanted and my mom wanted to go to something because I was sick and they weren't answering my call, so I thought like something happened to them. That's it.
Acrophobia, the fear of heights. Causes: traumatizing experiences as a kid, fear of falling down heights, learned behaviors, and bad past experiences. Treatments of acrophobia: therapy, medication, exposure, and relaxation. Diagram. So this blue part shows the people with the no visual height intolerance. This green part shows the people with acrophobia, and this red part shows the pure visual height intolerance. Statistics: up to 6% of the people in the world have acrophobia, and 72% of the people in the world have a visual height intolerance.
Why do people have acrophobia? The reasons people have acrophobia are traumatizing experiences, learned behaviors, instincts, and anxiety sensitivity. Personal connection. The way acrophobia affects my life is because I go to a lot of amusement parks and my brother wants to do rides that I'm scared of. So when I'm scared of the rides, I don't want to go on them because they're too hot for me. So I get scared of them and he forces me to do the ride with him. So when I go on it, after that, I'm not scared of that ride anymore. So acrophobia didn't affect me that much. So I have a quiz at the end.
Put your hands out.
What are two causes of
Anxiety and stress.
Bro, I knew what
Why are you asking, bro?
Come on.
Did you say any of those?
You said
I
two
said
causes.
anxiety and stress.
Wait, no, bro, that's not. Yeah, just not. That's wrong, bro. That's wrong. Get off of here.
Bro's just saying what he's like.
I need sugar.
Are you on me?
Please, please.
CBT and therapy. Bro, that's
Both the same thing.
Where's his candy? Where's my candy at, bro? Where's my candy at?
You said one, bro.
Musa, please.
Also two.
Please, Musa, I need you.
Hey,
Pick your boys. No pick a girl. Yes, no pick a girl.
That's the easiest one.
That's too easy.
I'll do anything.
Musa.
Will you be quiet?
Musa, I'm going orange. Musa, I was gonna buy you some. I was about to buy you some snacks. I was
Always I thinking.
Alright, so you gotta do this.
Hey, give me my candy, boy. Hey, my candy at? Where's my candy at?
Alright.
For engaging, I put 5 because candy. Eye contact, 4.
Hi. So today my fear of heights is autophobia. The definition of autophobia is a fear of being alone. The origin, the word of auto is a Greek word of meaning self. The phobia means when the person has a fear of something. So people who could have it are people with borderline personality disorder or BPD have a fear of being rejected. People with dependent personality disorder or DPD have an intense fear of being incapable of yourself. How it affects daily lives. You cannot be alone, alright? You have to work. You have to rely on someone all the time. If you can feel still alone when people are around you. Like if you don't have a friend or something, and you don't have someone to talk to. You always sometimes feel rejected, but that's not me. It would just Any questions? Okay, yeah, you. Yeah.
So basically, why did you skip the slides? There's a slide that you skipped.
Which one?
The one before the college.
Next.
Oh, do you have a personal experience?
Yes, so basically, when I was like 7 or 8 or 9, basically, I was staying home alone, and like, I had a tutor with me. She was like online. Basically, I said I was home alone, so and she said, oh, you should lock the doors, right? In like the room. So I did, and then I didn't really care, but after that, a day or two later, I had to stay home alone again, and I started hearing whistles and hearing my sounds.
Your sound.
Like hearing my mom's voice. I could hear whistles from downstairs. Well, my parents said that it was my parents said it was my hallucinations. so yeah. Anyone else?
Do you still have this like phobia?
Yeah, I still had this phobia, but it kind of got a little bit better. A bit better. You.
Alright, so, I forgot the question. No, do emo people have this?
What, emo people? No, they never have this because they always want to be alone. Okay, so who wants to do the thingy?
What thingy?
You.
Okay, so for preparedness, I wrote 2.
Autophobia, the fear of being alone.
That's
What is autophobia? Autophobia is the fear of being alone. People with this fear are often confused with people pleasers. Key facts. These people are always fearful if they are alone. This happens due to something that happened when they were alone. Statistics. There is no study, so I cannot get an accurate percentage. I'm pretty sure the reason why there was no study is because if you went to a place and said you are fearful of being alone, you would feel embarrassed.
Friend?
Treatments, meditation, therapy, and more. That's all, folks. Any questions? When I was like 5 years old, when my mom was not near me, I would start crying. And now my brother has some sort kind of it, because when he's alone in the pala, he comes to me and asks me to come with him.
Okay.
Any other questions? Yes, boy? Are you talking about your little brother or older brother? Little brother. Right?
Are you the middle brother?
Just show me.
Nicholas, yes?
Do you have an older sister that hates you?
Somewhat. Haley, yes?
Do you have anyone else in your family that experiences this?
No, I don't believe so. It's Boye, yes.
Is there any more treatments besides what you showed us?
CBT therapy or exposure therapy, if I remember right. Who would like to give the feedback for me?
Okay, so my presentation is about cytophobia. The definition of the cytophobia is it means you have a fear of making decisions. Key facts are the cytophobia is a fear of making decisions, and it can affect daily life by causing bad anxiety. And one symptom is people can overthink too much and rely on others to decide for them. Causes of the cytophobia are fear of choosing the wrong choice, negative experiences in the past, anxiety or stress, low self-confidence, and pressure of being perfect and fear of symptoms are avoiding making decisions, overthinking, getting anxiety or stress, asking someone to decide for you, and feeling scared or stuck for making a decision. Treatments are CBT therapy, practice making small decisions, breathing exercise, and meditation and yoga. This is a diagram of the situation and your thoughts, and then the physical thing at the same time. My personal connection is that one of my friends had this, and she would always make me choose.
Questions?
You have a question?
Yes, okay. So my question is, have you ever had this phobia, or was it just on your best friend?
So I would like to say, is there any more other treatments besides that what you just? You don't know?
That's all the treatments I know.
Okay.
Does everybody of your closer friends in the school or family have it?
So what made you think about this phobia to do for this project?
It's because I wanted a new phobia that I knew nobody would have done, so I chose this.
Feedback.
So what do I do if I have this cytophobia? I don't want to go to therapy though. I don't want to go to therapy, so what do I do?
So do the other things. You could journal, you could meditate, you could do breathing exercises. You could make people choose for you.
Now, preparing this, I gave you a 4.5. Engaging, I gave you a 4. Eye contact, 3.5. And then volume, I gave you a 3. I like your connection, personal connection. And then I suggest you speak a little louder.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, my name is Zaid. I'm doing arachnophobia. Arachnophobia means the fear of heights. It has took 5 to 6 of the population. Key facts. Phobia. Intense fear reaction. Acrophobia. Fear of heights. Causes. The causes of acrophobia is survival instincts or traumatic falls. Treatments. The treatments for arachnophobia is therapy. How does arachnophobia relate to my life? It relates to my life because my friend Ahmed, he had arachnophobia, and he went on a plane, and then I never seen him since.
7th grade, proceed to lunch. 8th grade, proceed to your next class.
Summarization. Arachnophobia is a fear of heights. It has took 5 to 6 of the population. The causes for arachnophobia is survival instincts or traumatic falls. Signs if you have acrophobia. The signs for acrophobia are intense fear of reactions like a racing heart, dizziness, or sweating, and something short of breath. Any questions?
Can you give me more personal information?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Is there any personal story that I already said no, like disaster?
What?
Do you have disaster? No. Does anybody in your family?
I don't think so.
Alright, Nicholas.
So basically, does any of your family or you have
Who you ask that?
what age were you
Is this maybe because of your friend?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did this, was it because you did this presentation because your friend has it, or you just found it and decided to do it?
Because my friend has it.
Okay, so for your preparedness, I gave you a 4. It was pretty good. And then engaging, I gave you 5 because of the pictures. Eye contact was 3 because you could, you're kind of looking down, but it was good. And the volume was 5 because of the speaker. And one thing I liked about your presentation is the pictures, and one suggestion is the eye contact.
Alright.
So what's acrophobia? Acrophobia is an extreme or irritation of fear on silence. Background. People affected by acrophobia are intended.
Dr. Batiste, students, please report to the gym. Dr. Batiste, students, please report to the gym.
Driving across bridges may trigger dizziness or panic. People living or working in large cities may struggle to attend high floors. If someone who has a fear of heights, avoid going on tall buildings, Ferris wheels, roller coasters, skiing, or sit stairs on high hills or guns. Symptoms of weakness. Physical symptoms may include sweating, shaking, or trembling, dizziness, lightheadedness, tightness, or pain in the chest. Treatment. Physical multiple therapies such as exposure therapy, virtual reality, exposure therapy, and for cognitive behavior imagery. Analyst. 20% acrophobia is one of the most prevalent phobias that affects 1 in 20% of the individuals. Conclusion, like in the case of most fears and phobias, acrophobia also stems from the unconscious mind that tries to create a protective mechanism. Personal story. So I was at Six Flags, and one of my cousins dared me to go on the scariest ride, and we went with his parents, which was very nice. So when we started going on there, I was kind of trembling, but I didn't feel that much scared because I wasn't that scared that much. But my uncle, was making it really scary because he kept saying that we were gonna fall or something like that. That's it. Quiz session. How many adults are affected? And it was in the what were the examples I listed in example 1? Headache. What was the meaning of acrophobia?
First days, I have to be like word by word. It's the fear of heights.
Answer: 20% of adults, dizziness or panic attacks, extreme or irritation or fear of heights. Any questions?
What was like the treatment?
Does anybody in your family have the phobia?
So was it the same like when you first got it? Like, do you still have like the same feeling, or like are you better? Yeah.
Feedback.
So for my feedback class,
Say the name.
so what they wrote is for preparedness I wrote 4, for engaging was 5, for unconscious I wrote 4, and for volume I wrote 3, and I said what they like is I like the definition and some suggestions I have none.
Alright, then. Oh, wait, let me take Aisha's.
Alright, tell you when.
Tripo in Greek means holes, and phobia means intense fear. So altogether, it's the phobia of holes. Do you have it? Many people experience trypophobia and don't know how to solve problems with it. Well, if you want to know if you have trypophobia, well, let me tell you some ways to figure it out. Some symptoms of it is 1, if you feel disgusted or disturbed when seeing small dots and holes. 2, having physical feelings such as heart racing faster, skin crawling, nausea, heart racing faster, fear, disturbance, anxiety, and even more like panic attacks. My heart races when I see them. This is my personal story. This phobia originally came from when I was a little girl, and when I used to look at things that have small dots or holes, I feel really uncomfortable, and I still have it to this day. Conclusion. Why would I pick this topic? I chose this topic because I have trypophobia, and I feel like in the future I can help people who have trypophobia can help them get overcome with it. Some other phobias that I have are claustrophobia, fear of clowns, thanatophobia, fear of death, thalassophobia, fear of deep waters, and thalassophobia, and glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. There was a debate going on between this girl and me on how to pronounce it. So what is the correct way to pronounce it? The correct way to pronounce it is trypophobia. If you see on Google. Any more questions? Boye?
So what does your phobia mean again? I was in the restroom.
The phobia, my phobia is the fear of small holes and dots. Toyo? Not that I'm sure of. Myra? No. Ours?
Did it get better, like when you were a kid?
Yeah, it's gotten better. I've taken care of it, but I still have a phobia.
Who's the silent moderator?
Can you speak up?
My name is Atoyo Kajin, and I'm going to be presenting my phobia project. So you may ask, what is a phobia? Phobia is basically a fear, abnormal fear of something. You may ask, what is acrophobia? Acrophobia is basically the abnormal fear of heights. How common is it for someone to have it? Basically, 3 to 6% of the population, but for females, is twice. So the acrophobia chances, as you can see, the man and the boy, they have less than the woman because the female chances are way higher. The causes would be evolutionary instincts, traumatic experience, and learned behaviors. The symptoms, I'm not going to list all of them, so cold sickness, intense panic attacks, dizziness, rapid heart rate. The treatments could be called CBT and exposure therapy and regular therapy. To wrap up the presentation, acrophobia is the abnormal fear of heights that only 3 to 6% of the population may have, twice as the female population. Any questions?
So, do you have this phobia?
No. Haley?
Do you have a personal story?
Yeah, I can tell it to you. So basically, I was at the park. We went on a roller coaster, and like the roller coaster stopped mid-air. So like I looked down and I started getting dizzy. Anything else? I love. Not that I know of. Also,
Has the phobia gotten better?
yeah. I haven't been on roller coasters ever since. Anybody enjoy it?
Are you thinking about trying roller coasters again?
Maybe. Uh-huh.
What reason did you pick this phobia?
Because I experienced it before. Anyone else?
Silent moderator.
I haven't heard Muhammad. I was gonna pick him anyway. I didn't hear.
So I put preparedness 4 because we're looking at the slides a little bit. I put engaging 4 because you want to like really be engaged, but you a little bit. And eye contact 4 because you want to look at the slides sometimes. And volume 5 because of the speaker. And something I liked about the presentation was how loud you were. And a suggestion I have is like add more diagrams or like pictures.
Thank you, Muhammad.
present you about the fear of small and tiny holes, and this is called phobia. Today I'll be presenting about the phobia of tiny and small hole patterns, which is called trypophobia, and I will also be explaining how it affects one's life. Define trypophobia. Trypophobia comes from the two root words called tripa, and which means tripa in Greek means holes, and phobos means fear of. So this literally describes fear of holes. People with trypophobia feel uncomfortable when they see a cluster of tiny holes or bumps. This means that it's just not just one hole. What are some key facts and statistics? So some key facts is how common the trypophobia is. So 15 to 17% of the people have it or experience trypophobia symptoms. Who mostly is affected by this phobia? So as research says, women are mostly affected more than men, but I think anybody could really have this fear from their childhood through teenage years. And some trypophobia triggers can include honeycomb, strawberries, sponges, lotus floss, corals, and bubble packing. We made some images or diagrams. So the first one is explaining the estimation of how many people have it. This one is showing the triggers or some triggers of trypophobia, and this one is showing the age from 10 through 14 plus. Overview of causes is firstly evolutionary response. This means that the people will lead your brain to whole patterns to, for example, show you animals like venomous snakes or diseases. Another one can include visual overload, which means you struggle to process the patterns. And another one is cooperative conditioning, and this means it could mean anxiety or thinking or depression. And these are some triggers: honeycomb, emergency cause, sponges, bubble skin, pores, certain foods, strawberries, and cheese. Some treatments can include cognitive behavioral therapy, exposure therapy, relaxation techniques that could include meditation, healthy habits, and support groups. My personal info about trypophobia is that learning a few. Another thing something to do was when I searched the trypophobia in school for my friend who had no idea what trypophobia is. As I searched it, I already knew what it looks like. And the second I saw it, I looked it up. The figure next to me still kept looking at me. I looked away with my body still shivered. Learning more about trypophobia has helped me in many ways. My brain now understands its danger. If I ever see anything about my phobia, I feel like sometimes a freeze or like a shiver, and it can make you feel like you want to kill.
Do you know when was like the time where it was your last incident where you got triggered?
My personal story is the last story.
Oh my god.
So my feedback Hello, my name is Mohammed and my phobia is acrophobia. What is acrophobia? Acrophobia is the fear of heights. Treatments and causes. Some treatments, acrophobia includes being really scared of heights. Can happen because it runs in your family. You had a scary moment up high, or your brain thinks heights are way worse than they are. People can get better with acrophobia by talking to a therapist, doing CBT, and taking medicine. Key facts. Acrophobia is when someone gets really scared. Someone gets really scared of heights, and so much that they might get dizzy, sweaty, or feel like they need to get down fast. Doctors can help by talking about the fear and slowly practicing being higher up. Key facts and statistics. Acrophobia is a strong fear of heights that lasts for a long time and can make people sweaty, dizzy, or panicky. It might come from family needs or a bad experience, and doctors can help with mental at heights. Virtual reality therapy and therapies. These are some diagrams and images. So that one is showing like physical systems and psychological systems like sweating, racing heart, drying out, lightheaded feeling, trembling, and shaking, and psychological systems like panic attack. Excessive worry or distress. And then this one shows like how like this bar graph that shows the symptoms and how many people get it, like how common it is. These are some more diagrams. These are some more symptoms like feeling panic. These are some facts like definition. These are some sources I use. Any questions? Any questions?
What's your personal? Do you have a personal?
Guys, my name is Tifa, and my fear is trypophobia, the fear of holes. What is trypophobia? Trypophobia is the fear of discomfort whenever you see holes or clusters together. Some examples of trypophobia are honeycombs, bubbles, and even sponges. Who is typically affected by this phobia? People of all ages can be affected by this phobia. How can you overcome this fear or phobia? So basically, you can go like exercise, and you can like also you can go to therapy and stuff, and you can also like you can go to the gym and yeah. Okay, personal connection. So basically, every time I go to school and I go see holes, I always get scared. And also, last year in 5th grade, Nico, it was field day, and he showed me his hand, and he had a frostbite, and it had like holes in it, and it was really scary. Conclusion. Trypophobia seems like a strange fear, but it really affects people, and I chose this phobia because it's serious and it's also interesting. Thank you.
Alright, let's come together.
So, did you forgive Nico for showing you his hand?
He kept on putting the frostbite in my face.
Oh.
Brother Noah. Brother Noah.
I found out whenever I was 10.
Brother
10.
Brother Noah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Brother
Have you
Noah.
gone better?
Brother Noah.
Yeah. I just like, yeah, but I don't have like a fear of strawberries. I just have a fear of frostbites.
What's wrong?
Yes,
Is yours like, is it like all holes for you, or is it like big holes or small holes?
It's small holes. Yes, please.
What would be your reaction if a worm made a hole through an apple?
Oh, I would kill the worm.
Bros.
So basically, so like, how many, like, if there was like, maybe like a plate that had holes in it, and maybe like stinky bugs or something, what would you do?
I don't know, I'd run away from him.
Him?
I don't know, I'd run away from it.
Ooh.
Okay, bye guys.
Feedback.
I have a really nice feedback.
Fairness, that was like a 4. Engaging was a 3. Eye contact was like a 3. Volume was a 4. One thing I liked about this presentation was the slides. Like list one suggestion. It'll be like look at the audience.
I'm going to talk about glossophobia. Glossophobia comes from Greek words that mean tongue and fear. It is the fear of speaking in front of others, especially in public. I chose this topic because it is something I personally struggle with. Whenever I have to speak in front of a class or a group of people, I feel nervous and sometimes my mind just goes blank. Knowing that this fear has a name made me realize I'm not alone. One personal connection is right now. Glossophobia happens when your body reacts with fear while speaking or just thinking about speaking. Your heart might start racing, or your hands may shake, or you might start sweating. Some people forget what they want to say, and they might miss like shared ideas. Like suppose you're in a meeting, you might be too scared to speak out your idea, or you might be judged, and you might miss an opportunity. This fear can make school and work more difficult than they need to be. In school, students may freeze during presentations, avoid raising their hands, and worry all day about speaking in class. I know that feeling of stressing and presentation long before it even starts. For adults, glossophobia can affect jobs. The thing is, glossophobia is very common. Many kids and adults experience it at some point in life. Knowing that so many people feel the same way can actually make it a little less scary and stressful. Even though glossophobia is common, there are ways to manage it. Simple things like deep breaths and therapy can help calm your body. Practicing speech out loud or instead of just reading it in your head makes a big difference. Speaking in front of friends, family, or even a mirror can help you feel more comfortable. Having support from teachers, classmates, friends, and family also helps build confidence over time. In conclusion, glossophobia is the fear of public speaking, and it affects many people, including me. While it can be challenging, it doesn't have to control your life. With practice, patience, and support, speaking in public can slowly become easier. Thank you for listening. Any questions? Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, so what do you get? Do you have specific direction for this?
Yeah. So in second grade, I had to like go on the stage, right? Because I had to give like a speech for some reason. So what happened is I got the wrong presentation and I said something entirely. I was supposed to talk about a global warming, but I talked about soccer by accident and everyone started laughing at me. And yeah, so since then, it hasn't gotten any better. It just keeps getting worse. And another personal connection is right now. It's in effect right now.
Does anyone else in your family have this fear?
My brother, my mother, my father, my grandfather, and my great grandmother. Yeah.
Golf to the genes, I guess.
Yes.
Do you think this might be because of genetics?
I don't know.
From your family?
I think. Yes, Ife.
Glossophobia originated because of you said something wrong when you were supposed to do something else.
Yeah, and then everyone started laughing at me, so I just got really embarrassed, and from then it stuck to me. So yeah.
Still like glue.
Anyone else? Alright, that's it.
So comparing this before, we started a little bit at the start. PG, like the 4 as well. Eye contact was like a 3 in paper, so yeah. Volume was a 5, and and one thing I like about this presentation was the volume. And once the suggestion that you should read the slides.
Flags, 2 things, and an attitude. Guess in your head what that phobia is. This gift probably sold it to you. Alright, but let's get started. Introduction. This text discusses about arachnophobia, which is an intense fear of spiders.
Keep going.
Experienced by millions of people. This fear is described as uncontrollable and irrationally and arrogant, and this threat posed by spiders. And we're going to talk about it and how this phobia is a strong emotion on individuals. Paragraph 1. Arachnophobia is a specific phobia characterized by an intense fear of spiders or other arachnids, just like scorpions. It can significantly disrupt daily activities or what you enjoy doing, leading to individuals not doing their favorite things and them to use it. Paragraph 3. Arachnophobia stems from traumatic events like evolutionary suppressed emotions or learned behaviors from anxious family members, and this is effectively treated with therapy, exposure therapy, gradual safe exposure. CBT can also help too by reframing thoughts and actions. My personal story. Arachnophobia affects my little brother Usher, which when one time when he was supposed to pick up the groceries, he accidentally got the eggs and spilled them. Conclusion. Many people suffer from arachnophobia as widespread and severe dread that stems from both personal experiences and biological reasons. Although it can interfere with day-to-day activities, I've learned that this phobia isn't just anything but a fear of spiders. Alright, now for the quiz.
Alright. Oh, I forgot.
Start off with the comment from there. Alright. How many % of men are affected by arachnophobia? Alright, Ife. 8%? Is it 8%? No, it was 12%. What? Alright. Peace. What else is an arachnid with spiders?
Scorpions.
Alright. Good job. Who is my sibling that is affected by arachnophobia? We'll take Ollie.
Your brother.
Alright. Yeah, I know it's my brother. What's his name?
Usher.
Yeah, correct.
I forgot.
That's it.
My name is Myra and I'm presenting emetophobia. Introduction. As a person with emetophobia for almost my entire life, sentences like my stomach hurts or I feel like I'm going to throw up are some of the worst sentences I could ever hear. You might be asking, what even is a phobia? A phobia is an uncontrollable, irrational, lasting fear of a certain object or activity. Phobias are caused by past traumas or experiences. My fear is emetophobia, the fear of vomit, which can be triggered in just a few simple moves.
What really is emetophobia? Emetophobia is considered a specific phobia. A specific phobia is an extreme fear of a certain situation that can cause little to no harm but can still make you highly anxious. Specific phobias can also mean that the phobia is worse than it seems. The word emetophobia comes from the Greek word emein, which means to vomit, and the Greek word phobos, which means fear. People who are typically affected by this phobia are women and children. People who experience these traumatic events involving vomit as children often replay these memories in their mind, which develops and builds emetophobia. Emetophobia has a giant impact on the way you live beyond just feeling afraid. It can cause eating disorders and anxiety disorders. Key facts. The central fear is the act of vomiting itself, leading to extreme efforts to protect it. Emetophobia can trigger at any time, not just in certain situations. It can cause just by the thought of them. Number 3. Emetophobia can become very severe and can cause some dietary restrictions. Statistics. About 91% of those with emetophobia are female. Number 2. Symptoms often begin in childhood. Number 3. People often suffer for more than 2 decades before seeking therapy. Number 4. Emetophobia is not a common fear and has about 0.1% of people with a severe case and 8% with a mild case. The diagram. This diagram shows if children or women are more affected, and this one shows that women are more affected. This diagram shows the cycle of emetophobia and how it can build to the highest point. And this shows the causes, treatments, and how it started, and causes. Traumatic experiences from childhood. Anxiety and control, because vomiting is unpredictable. Observational learning. Children seeing parents reacting strongly to sickness. Overthinking. Nausea is seen as the worst possible outcome. An environment where vomiting is, living in an area where vomit is highly common. Treatment. Exposure, response, and prevention. Facing your fears in small steps. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Changing false thought patterns. And acceptance and commitment therapy. Helps accept the presence of fear. My personal experience. So, when I was younger, I was in 4th grade maybe, and I had like a moldy mango from my friend. It's gonna be silly, but it's gonna get like bad. And then I got scared and I felt like itchy at recess. So when I went home, I searched it up and they said it was mold. And so I stopped eating and I thought everything was poisonous. So my health was going down a lot. And I used to go through like many problems and I had to go to therapy for more than 3 years. It still didn't work, but I'm still better now. Thank you, and now I have a trivia for Candy. Alright. Guys! Trivia is hard, by the way.
I don't care. Stop. Put your head down. On my face. I'm not. Can you see this?
Oh my soul, just chill.
Do not pick your friends, bro. I see y'all.
What does the Greek word emein mean? Musa.
To vomit.
Huh?
To vomit.
Cut it in half for me, bro.
Okay, this one's gonna be hard. How long do people suffer before seeking therapy? Sophia. Yes. Please be Is emetophobia a common fear? No.
Boy, you pick all your favorite friends.
I picked a boy too.
Yeah, me.
Okay, so like, is there anything else that like you did when you like you were like after you saw the mold, like
Yeah.
You couldn't go to bed like
Like,
you had.
yeah, I
nightmares?
had to make like I couldn't sleep, and then I stopped eating because I thought everything was poisonous and moldy.
So you had that.
Sophia.
Was there anything that like really triggered you?
Like how it started? Like when I was little, my mom went to go get groceries, and I was alone with my sister, and my sister was sick. So, and I was playing Roblox on my phone, and she threw up on her bed, and I started screaming and crying, and I was calling my mom, and she was like, "I'm getting tomatoes. Hold on." And then she came home like 5 seconds later. I don't even know how, but like yeah. Oh yeah.
Nobody wants to know more about tomatoes.
Can a pet or an animal get this
I don't think so.
So if you're like watching a movie, right, and like if someone in that movie is throwing up, will you get scared?
Not if like they make the noises, but like if I see the throw up, like then no.
Oh,
Mono.
What else? Do you like get the phobia when people are like throwing out blood too?
Ew.
Not really. Like,
Bro, this is
like depends on if it's like a lot. Nico.
Do you have any other phobias?
So, deep water. Wait. Yeah. Spiders.
Yes.
Snakes. Insects. Yeah. Shifa.
Okay, so basically, whenever your friend gave you the moldy fruit, was it like everywhere?
No, it was one dot.
Bro,
So, but
really?
did you eat the one dot?
I ate the entire mango.
So one dot cluster.
Okay, who wants to do peer feedback? Boy,
Preparedness, I gave you a 4.9999.
Oh.
For engaging, I gave you a 5 because of the trivia. Eye contact, 4.9. It was like pretty good. Basically 5. And then volume, 5. I could hear you. And then one thing I liked about the presentation was the trivia. And one suggestion is
Thank you guys.
Guys, so my name is Ebrahim Caesar, and today I will be talking about metaphobia. So a metaphobia is basically the fear of throw up, and Samira has the same fear, but I don't have this fear. I don't have this fear, and I'm not going off the slide either. So the word iman means to throw up, and phobia means an exaggerated fear about something. And the solutions to clear this phobia is either CBT. You're going too bad. It's either CBT or exposure therapy. So I don't have this phobia. My cousin does, and I made this project so I can go ahead and help her with this phobia.
It's a video.
It's a video. It's a video.
No,
What?
push moving
Video.
slides.
No one. It's like a video.
It's a video.
It's a video. See?
It's a video.
Oh,
It's a video. It's a video. It's a video.
I think we should do pages by pages.
It's a video.
No, I think it's a movie by itself. Y'all think? Yeah, it's a video. Just pause it on pause it.
Some things that can trigger this is either like extreme trauma or like whenever you're a child and you see somebody throw up and you just get like you're very scared and you don't know what to do anymore, and like it censors something in your mind. I forgot what it's called, but it makes a phobia a metaphobia. My personal story, very funny, very funny. So this girl, mind you, this girl was 11. She's 11. And her sister was gagging, coughing, etc., etc. And then whenever she hears that, she closed her ears, she ran, and she literally screamed down the hallway and ran into her closet and hid there for about an hour, I think, maybe. And hid there, and I'm like, why are you hiding in your closet? You're 11 years old, and you're screaming like that, like you're crazy or something. And she said, I have a metaphobia, and this is serious. I got on her like bad that day. I got on her. So yeah.
You're not friends with her no more? Or what?
We're not cousins no more because she.
You're not cousins?
We're not cousins no more.
How?
How? She was your cousin?
She was my cousin.
Wait,
How can you not be cousins?
Because I can do that. I can do that.
No,
You technically are. You technically are.
So does that mean?
Okay, guys, this is questions, okay?
So, you know how your supposed friend, did you ask her anything else other than like, why are you hiding in the closet? Like,
Are you still trying to help her?
No, because we're not cousins no more. Cut it off.
So does anybody else in the family have a phobia besides that cousin who is no longer your cousin?
I don't think I have it.
You don't think?
I think my mom has it maybe because she doesn't like whenever I throw up or anything.
that's normal.
Do you like throwing up?
Okay, so you said she's no longer your cousin. So was she like in the start your best friend and you guys just called each other cousins, or was she like actually your cousin?
So basically, she supposedly thought we were cousins because we had the same last name, even though hers was spelled like a Z and stuff. And we've been friends for over like 8 years. So yeah.
Did you feel embarrassed in any type of way when you went up to her in the closet?
I got on her. Like when I tell you I got on her, I started yelling at her because
That's messed up.
Was she doing too much?
she was screaming on the top of her lungs. She was running down the hallway back and forth, and then she hid in the closet doing. But that she was doing way too much.
Yeah, way too much. Holy shit.
One more question.
Do you think her phobia is way worse than Samara's?
Very, way worse. The way Samara explained hers, she didn't take it as big as a deal as she did.
Where was the fake at during the like personal connection?
It was at her house. Any more questions?
It's because I got therapy back.
Okay, guys, thank you. I want somebody being personally honest.
I'm very honest.
Ebrahim, no, Ife.
Ife's not honest.
Big arm.
Alright. Preparedness, because the slides were like a little bit woozy, I'll give it 3.5. For engaging, I'll give you a 3.5. Another one. For eye contact, I'll give you a 5. You're looking the entire time. For volume, I'll give you 4. And one thing I liked about this presentation was that you never looked at the slide. And you do everything. And one suggestion is that next time don't make a video and actually use the slides. I know, but like next time just like work on it.
Go through it.
Okay, guys. The definition of thanatophobia is intense irritational fear of death or losing someone you love. The etymology is Thanos means death and phobos means fear, and if you put that together, it's called the fear of death. Key facts about thanatophobia. Thanatophobia is the fear of death or losing someone you love. Can cause anxiety, stress, and panic, and affect daily life.
treated will receive PT and exposure therapy. It can affect people of all ages, not just kids. Statistics. About 5% of people have experienced phobia at some point in their life. About 10% of people have experienced strong fear of or anxiety about related to death. People with phobia with 20% experience anxiety symptoms. Diagrams. This one shows the stages of death, like thinking of the calm. You first feel calm about it, but you don't really think about it, and then you start thinking about it, and there's funerals happen, and then this one's like the target, and this one is people with different phobias and people without the fear of death. Causes. The cause is loss of loved one, traumatic experience involving death, anxiety disorders, or constant worry. Treatments. Cognitive behavioral therapy, which is CBT, to change negative thoughts. Exposure therapy to help you face those fears, and mindfulness and relaxation techniques. How this relates to my life. This relates to my life because I feel anxious about leaving people I love, like my family. Cause when I was 7, my mom went to work and my sister was sleeping and I was alone. It's it relates to the fear of being alone, and I didn't, cause she said she was gonna be back home around 10 or something, but she wasn't. So I was really scared, and I thought it was somebody's. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions? Haley.
So, how big is your fear of death?
It's gotten better, but it doesn't really happen a lot anymore. Israel.
So how did you get it? How did you get it?
I don't really know. It just happens. You know that feeling, you're it just feels scared about something. Shifa.
Have you always had this fear?
I think it started when I was 5, but when I really experienced it is when I was 7. So Myra.
Was there one point where you got super scared and it was the worst you've ever had?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to tell you that?
Yeah.
This happened last week because my sister wanted and my mom wanted to go get something because I was sick and they weren't answering my call, so I thought something happened to them. That's it.
Acrophobia, the fear of heights. Causes: traumatizing experiences as a kid, fear of falling down heights, learned behaviors, and bad past experiences. Treatments of acrophobia: therapy, medication, exposure, and relaxation. Diagram. So this blue part shows the people with the no visual height intolerance. This green part shows the people with acrophobia, and this red part shows the pure visual height intolerance. Statistics: up to 6% of the people in the world have acrophobia, and 72% of the people in the world have a visual height intolerance. Why do people have acrophobia? The reasons people have acrophobia are traumatizing experiences, learned behaviors, instincts, and anxiety sensitivity. Personal connection. The way acrophobia affects my life is because I go to a lot of amusement parks and my brother wants to do rides that I'm scared of. So when I'm scared of the rides, I don't want to go on them because they're too hot for me. So I get scared of them and he forces me to do the ride with him. So when I go on it, after that, I'm not scared of that ride anymore. So acrophobia didn't affect me that much. So I have a quiz at the end.
Put your hand down.
What are two causes of
Hey.
Anxiety and stress.
Bro,
I knew it.
Why are you asking me?
come on.
You said two anxiety and stress.
What?
No, bro, that's not. Yeah, that's wrong, bro. That's wrong. Get off of here.
Bro's just saying what he's like.
I need sugar.
Are you on me?
Please.
CBT and therapy.
Bro, that's it.
Where's his candy? My candy at, bro. My candy at.
You said one. Bro.
Musa, please.
I said two.
Please, Musa. I need you.
Pick.
No, he's talking.
Picking all boys.
He's picking.
Girl.
No, don't pick a girl. Yes, don't pick a girl.
That's the easiest one.
That's too easy.
I'll do anything. Please.
Musa.
Will you be quiet?
Fear of
Musa, I'm going orange. Musa, I was gonna buy you some. I was about to buy you some snacks. I was
Always I think it.
Alright, so you gotta do the.
Hey, give me my candy, boy. Hey, my candy at. My candy at.
Huh?
Alright.
For engaging, I put 5 because candy. Eye contact. 4.
So today my fear of heights is autophobia. The definition of autophobia is a fear of being alone. The origin, the word of auto is a Greek word of means self. The phobia means when the person has a fear of something. So people who could have it are people with borderline personality disorder or BPD have a fear of being rejected. People with dependent personality disorder or DPD have an intense fear of being incapable of yourself. How it affects daily lives. You cannot be alone, alright? You have to work. You have to rely on someone all the time. If you can feel still alone when people are around you. Like if you don't have a friend or something, and you don't have someone to talk to. You always sometimes feel rejected, but that's not me. It would just Any questions? Okay, yeah, you. Yeah.
So basically, why did you skip the slides? There's a slide that you skipped.
Which one?
The one before the college.
Next.
Oh, do you have a personal experience?
Yes, so basically, when I was like 7 or 8 or 9, basically, I was staying home alone and like, I had a tutor with me. She was like online. Basically, I said I was home alone. So and she said, oh, you should lock the doors, right? In like the room. So I did. And then I didn't really care, but after that, a day or two later, I had to stay home alone again, and I started hearing whistles and hearing my sounds.
Your sound.
Like hearing my mom's voice. I could hear whistles from downstairs. But my parents said that it was not my, but like my parents said it was my hallucinations. so yeah. Anyone else?
Do you still have this like phobia?
Yeah. I still had this phobia, but it kind of got a little bit better. A bit better. You.
Alright, so, oh, I forgot the question. No, do emo people have this?
What? Emo people? Yeah. No, they never have this. They always want to be alone. Okay, so who wants to do the thingy?
What thingy?
You.
Okay, so for preparedness, I wrote 2.
Autophobia, the fear of being alone.
Yes.
What is autophobia? Autophobia is the fear of being alone. People with this fear are often confused with people pleasers. Key facts. These people are always fearful if they are alone. This happens due to something that happened when they were alone. Statistics. There is no study, so I cannot get an accurate percentage. I'm pretty sure the reason why there was no study is because if you went to a place and said you are fearful of being alone, you would feel embarrassed.
Right.
Treatments, meditation, therapy, and more. That's all, folks. Any questions? When I was like 5 years old, when my mom was not near me, I would start crying. And now my brother has some sort kind of it, because when he's alone in the palo, he comes to me and asks me to come with him.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? Yes, boy? Are you talking about your little brother or older brother? Little brother. Right?
Are you the middle brother?
This one.
Nicholas, yes?
Do you have an older sister that hates you?
Somewhat.
Yes.
Haley, yes?
Wow, do you have anyone else in your family that experiences this?
No, I don't believe so. It's Boye, yes.
Is there any more treatments besides what you showed us?
CBT therapy or exposure therapy, if I remember right. Who would like to give the feedback for me?
Okay, so my presentation is about cytophobia. The definition of the cytophobia is it means you have a fear of making decisions. Key facts are the cytophobia is a fear of making decisions, and it can affect daily life by causing bad anxiety. And one symptom is people can overthink too much and rely on others to decide for them. Causes of the cytophobia are fear of choosing the wrong choice, negative experiences in the past, anxiety or stress, low self-confidence, and pressure of being perfect and fear of failure. Symptoms are avoiding making decisions, overthinking, getting anxiety or stress, asking someone to decide for you, and feeling scared or stuck for making a decision. Treatments are CBT therapy, practice making small decisions, breathing exercise, and meditation and yoga. This is a diagram of the situation and your thoughts, and then the physical thing and symptoms. My personal connection is that one of my friends had this, and she would always make me choose one. Any
Oh, what?
Questions? You have a question?
Yes, okay.
So my question is, have you ever had this phobia, or was it just on your best friend?
So like, I would like to say, is there any more other treatments besides that? What you just, you don't know?
That's all the treatments I know.
Okay.
Does everybody of your closer friends in the school or family have it?
So what made you think about this phobia to do for this project?
It's because I wanted like a new phobia that I knew nobody would have done, so I chose this.
Feedback.
So what do I do if I have this cytophobia? Like, I don't want to go to therapy though. I don't want to go to therapy, so what do I do?
So do the other things. You could journal, you could meditate, you could do breathing exercises. You could make people choose for you.
Does anybody in your family have
Do you have any like similar like mistaken? Like how kind of your friend had it?
We're good.
Now, preparing this, I gave you a 4.5. Engaging, I gave you a 4. Eye contact, 3.5. And then volume, I gave you a 3. I like your connection, personal connection. And then I suggest you speak a little louder.